6 months ago, a 34-year-old former high school teacher from Ohio named Sarah Chen launched a simple tool that helps freelancers track their invoices. She had never written a single line of code in her life. Last month, that tool crossed $12,000 in monthly recurring revenue. And here is the part that should make you uncomfortable. She built the entire thing in 11 days using nothing but conversations with an AI. This is not a story about talent. This is not a story about luck. This is a story about a window that is open right now, and I need to explain why it is going to close faster than most people realize. Welcome back to Zero Index. Let us get into it. For the past 30 years, there has been a clear dividing line between people who could build software and people who could not. On one side, you had developers, people who spent years learning languages like Python, JavaScript, Ruby, understanding frameworks, debugging arcane errors at 2 in the morning. On the other side, you had everyone else. People with ideas, people who could see exactly what needed to exist, but who had no way to make it real without hiring someone or learning to code themselves. That line is dissolving. And I want to be precise about this because most people miss it. It is not dissolving slowly. It is dissolving right now, in real time, faster than almost anyone predicted. The term people are using is vibe coding. It sounds ridiculous, I know. But what it actually describes is something profound. You sit down with an AI, Claude, GPT-4, Cursor, Replit agent, whatever tool you prefer, and you describe what you want to build in plain English. Not pseudocode. Not technical specifications. Just, this is what I need it to do. And the AI writes the code, debugs the code, deploys the code, and walks you through every step you do not understand. I have been tracking this space obsessively for the past 4 months, and there is a pattern emerging that I did not expect. The people succeeding are not the ones you would predict. They are not technical people learning to move faster. They are non-technical people who finally have access to a leverage point that was locked away from them for decades. And there is a third reason this is happening now that took me a while to track down. I will come back to it because it changes everything else I am about to tell you. Let me give you some numbers because this needs to be concrete. A micro-SaaS is a small software product, usually solving one specific problem for one specific audience. Think, a tool that helps Etsy sellers automate their shipping labels. A dashboard that tracks Twitch stream analytics. A simple scheduler for dog groomers. These are not billion-dollar ideas. They are $5,000 to $50,000 a month ideas. And that is exactly why they work. I spent 3 weeks interviewing people who have launched micro-SaaS products using AI-assisted development in the past year. Not influencers. Not people selling courses. Just, people who built something and now have recurring revenue coming in. The numbers that kept coming up surprised me. First, the time to launch. Traditional estimate for a non-technical founder to get a basic SaaS product live, assuming they hire a developer, is 3 to 6 months minimum. The average among the people I talked to was 14 days. One person did it in 4 days, though she admitted the product was rough. Second, the cost. Hiring a developer to build even a simple SaaS product typically runs $5,000 to $15,000. The people I interviewed spent an average of $200, mostly on hosting, domain names, and API costs. Third, and this is the one that matters, the revenue timeline. Traditional wisdom says a micro-SaaS takes 12 to 18 months to hit profitability. Among the people I talked to who reached 10,000 monthly recurring revenue, the average time from launch to that milestone was 7 months. Here is what I find strange about this. The tools enabling this have been available for over a year now. Claude has been this capable since early 2024. GPT-4 has been writing functional code since March 2023. So why is this wave happening now instead of 18 months ago? And this is where it gets uncomfortable. The reason most people have not done this yet is not that the tools are too hard. The tools are shockingly easy. The reason is psychological. It is a specific kind of learned helplessness that I think affects millions of people without them realizing it. I talked to a guy named David Park, 41, runs a small marketing agency in Denver. He had an idea for a tool that would help his clients manage their Google business profiles more efficiently. He had this idea for 3 years. He got quotes from developers. He looked into no-code platforms. He even started a Udemy course on Python and gave up after 2 weeks. When I asked him what finally changed, he said something that stuck with me. He said, "I did not believe the AI could actually do it. I thought it was a gimmick. I thought there would be some wall I would hit where I would need to know real coding, and I would be stuck. So I did not even try." He finally tried in January of this year, on a whim, because he was bored on a flight with spotty Wi-Fi. He described his idea to Claude. 3 hours later, he had a working prototype. It was ugly. It had bugs. But it worked. And that moment, the moment it actually worked, broke something open in his head. His tool now does $8,400 a month. He still cannot write a line of code if you put a gun to his head. The barrier was never the technology. The barrier was a belief about what kind of person gets to build software. And that belief is about 2 years out of date. So let me walk you through what I have learned about how this actually works in practice. Not the theory. The specific steps that separate the people who make money from the people who spend 3 weeks prompting an AI and end up with nothing. First, and I cannot stress this enough, you need to start with a problem you personally understand. Not a problem you read about on a subreddit. Not a problem you think exists based on market research. A problem you have experienced in your own life or work, or a problem you have watched someone close to you struggle with. Sarah Chen, the teacher I mentioned at the beginning, spent 3 years freelancing on the side doing tutoring and college application consulting. She knew exactly what was painful about tracking invoices and following up with parents who paid late. She did not have to guess. She had lived it. Second, and actually, I need to stop here because most people get this completely wrong. The mistake is trying to build something big. The mistake is thinking in terms of features. The mistake is saying, I want to build a comprehensive project management platform with integrations and team collaboration and reporting dashboards. No. You want to build the smallest possible thing that solves one specific pain point for one specific person. You can expand later. But your first version should be embarrassingly simple. David Park's first version of his tool did exactly one thing: it let you update your Google business hours across multiple locations from a single dashboard. That is it. No analytics. No scheduling. No AI suggestions. Just change your hours in one place, and it pushes to all your locations. That was enough. Because if you run a restaurant group with 12 locations, and you have to manually update holiday hours on 12 separate Google business profiles, you will pay $49 a month to not do that anymore. Third step. You do not build and then find customers. You find customers and then build. This sounds backwards, but it is the single biggest predictor of success I found. Before you write a single prompt, you need to validate that people will pay for this. And I mean actually pay. Not say it is a great idea. Not tell you they would definitely use it. You need them to give you money, even if it is just 20, before the thing exists. The way this works is you describe the tool you are going to build. You find 5 to 10 people who have the problem. You ask them if they would pay X dollars per month for a solution. And if at least 3 of them say yes and actually send you money via a simple PayPal or Stripe link, you build it. If they don't, you do not build it. You find a different problem. This sounds harsh, but it will save you months of wasted effort. Most ideas are not worth building. Pre-validation is how you filter. Now, here is that third reason I mentioned earlier. The reason this is happening now, and not 18 months ago when the tools first became capable. It is not just that the AI got better. It is that the entire infrastructure around AI-assisted development matured all at once in late 2024. Cursor, which is essentially VS Code with AI deeply integrated, hit a tipping point in October 2024 where it became genuinely usable for non-programmers. Replit Agent launched in September 2024 and made deployment trivially easy. Vercel and similar platforms simplified hosting to the point where you do not need to understand servers at all. But here is the part that nobody is talking about. The payment infrastructure also got easier. Stripe made it possible to set up subscriptions in about 15 minutes. Lemon Squeezy made it even simpler and handles sales tax automatically, which used to be a nightmare. You can now go from idea to live, paying product without ever touching code, without understanding hosting, without dealing with payment processing complexity. All of these pieces had to come together at the same time. And they did, roughly, in the last 4 months of 2024. This is why the window is open right now. The tools are mature enough to actually work, but most people have not realized it yet. The people building today are operating in a low competition environment because the majority still believes you need to know how to code to build software. That belief has maybe 18 more months before it collapses completely. Once everyone understands this is possible, the market for simple micro-SaaS ideas gets crowded fast. So here is the honest question you need to ask yourself. What problem do you understand better than almost anyone else because of your specific job, hobby, or life situation? What repetitive task do you do every week that software could handle? What complaint do you hear constantly from people in your industry that nobody has built a clean solution for? That is your starting point. Not some abstract business idea. Your lived experience. Then you validate it with money. Then you open Claude or Cursor or Replit and you say, I want to build a tool that does X for Y type of person. I have never written code before. Walk me through this step by step. And you will be shocked at what happens next. I am not going to pretend this is easy. It is not. You will hit walls. You will have to debug things. You will spend frustrating hours trying to get an AI to understand what you actually want. But the walls are not made of the same material they were made of 2 years ago. 2 years ago, the walls were granite. Now they are drywall. You can punch through them if you are willing to keep showing up. The question you need to answer for yourself is this: do you want to be one of the people who build something in the next 12 months, before this window closes? Or do you want to be one of the people who looks back in 3 years and realizes they had access to the same tools as everyone else but talked themselves out of trying? I genuinely do not know what the right answer is for you. But I know the window exists. And I know it will not stay open forever. If this is the kind of thing you want to understand before everyone else does, subscribe. I will see you in the next one.